Do I add the Discord again? I feel bad adding her in the Discord, but like, actually, like, what's the point of like being in the Discord if like it's literally my Discord, right? Surely I can just link. I need Cook Zero. Alright guys, I'm just gonna start studying because like I got a lot to do. I got a lot of hands to review because I got hands from yesterday. Do we just go all the way up? Alright, actually, you know what? Okay, let's look at this hand first. Okay, 6 max. GTO, this. Okay, the board is ace 9 7. These are my sizes if anyone cares. Yeah. Hi, young legend. What's up, man? No delay, so I can actually respond quick. How are you doing? CN grind. So if I'm talking like mono, I'm like fried because I played 5 hours straight today. But I'm talking all nonchalant because I'm tilted. Alright. Should I bring up the hand history? I think it's here. Alright, this is the hand history, and I was like low-key like crashing the fuck out because he checked ace 9 on the turn here. And I was like really coping, like I was kind of pissed. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened. So I want to see if his hand ever checks. Turn, let's see how bad I am at the game. I'm just traveling. Damn, bro. 14 hours to prog is crazy. And ace 9, yeah, like I said, it was pure betting. I mean, I guess it's like technically a low frequency check, but odd line. Actually checks more without the ace of hearts, which is quite odd. Anyway, he found a checking game. Ace 10 here, a bit less with the ace of hearts, which is correct. Obviously, everything mixed. Thank you, man. I hit a BBJ. And then, obviously, on the 3. Yeah, it makes sense to commit to checking now because he blocks the checks, but... So we played B75. I guess I could play B50, but I'm going to one-size this to 75. Simplifies the sim. What else he bets? And then he plays R100 with ace 9, and then I just called because I actually wanted to see what he had. What's up, Love Peace? How are you doing? You get another one today? Not yet, but we will. We will. So yeah, my hand, I don't really care about this. I wanted to see what he had in game because I really didn't understand like how he had value in this line. And like finding this like low niche check on the turn here is just quite tilting. So yeah, I'm not really exploiting. What city are you in? I live in Toronto. It's about as close as I'll get to where I live, but yeah, I live in Toronto. Losing hand, I guess you got screenshot. Yeah, I would. I had to open my GG. I should just like have the hand tree. Catch the one at LEC Lemur. Dude, I know, right? I hit it at 100. Okay, obviously I wasn't complaining. I'm like so happy. I honestly, guys, I thought I was gonna be playing 100 NL for a month. And I was like kind of like thinking about my challenge, like 40 binds at 100. I was like doing the math. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna no life this stake. But I'm really happy to be playing 200. So yeah, completely legit. Hit a BBJ. So it's not like I like scammed it. And then, you know what's funny? Like earlier in the stream, I manifested. I was talking like, if I hit the BBJ, are we counting that or no, guys? So it's even funnier. And they were like, everyone's like, count it. It's rake back. So yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm burping and stuff. I like just ate a lot of food because I basically have to get all my calories for the day in like one meal. Because of the way I'm streaming and stuff, I'm like, yeah, I'm just fighting. Did you go to college? No, I did not. Yeah, I'm a degenerate through and through. All right, anyway, let's go to another hand so I can keep this going. Do you guys have any questions about the hand? Maybe before I move on. There's like 10 seconds delay, so I'll wait. With 15 seconds, any questions about the hand? Otherwise, we'll go to another one. I'm like not so curious, to be honest, but especially dying stuff and sleep. Yeah, no. I'm min maxing right now. I'm pretty good about that stuff. I've been playing poker for a long time. Don't overcommit with streaming. Yeah, but at first I feel like it's like the only way to grow. And I'm kind of enjoying it. It's quite new. I'm taking Sundays off. I think that's going to be huge, so. I'm going to take some Saturdays off as well. I mean, like, at some point, you just got to, like, kind of send it, right? College kind of scam. Depends on what you're going for. It also depends on the type of person, I think. People overrate it being a scam. It depends, like, money-wise. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to make money nowadays. But in terms of being useful, I mean, like, I find, like, even me, like, I'm not so useful because I didn't go to college. That's what I'd say. I find, like, later in life, the people that are useful are usually people that went to college. That's my, like, take on the whole thing. How's your session? Like, completely break even. Try to more shards to get more shards. Yeah, I am. I have a friend editing. What's up, Lotta? I do. I got it all mapped out, Cian. I appreciate though. But right now we're just trying to get enough clips and stuff going, which I think we've already got a lot. I'm like kind of clip farming with some of the hands I take, some of the lines. Yeah, I've had some crazy lines today. Yeah, like some absurd hands. Honestly, pretty proud of the hands I showed today. People that were in the stream, I think I had some pretty cool hands. Am I streaming on both? Yeah, I am. It looks like. All right, looks like nothing, so we're gonna go to the next hand. Played for 5 hours today, though. I will say, I think, guys, I'm gonna do 4. I'm gonna play 4 mainly. I'm gonna try to play 2 4-hour sessions every day for 8. I think anything after that, like, unless I'm like hard leaderboard grinding for first, or I'm fighting, or it's a day where I just want to play more. I'm just gonna be cooked mentally. Like I struggle to play longer than 6 usually, and I'm already doing 8. So this 5-hour session is like taking a lot out of me. I might only play a 3-hour session later, but we're gonna do a lot of hand review. I really enjoy the studying with the chat. I find it like quite easy to do. Normally studying sometimes recently I've been quite bored, so especially to play 200 and L. Like I'm really not studying for much, but I like being consistent. Yeah. Anyway, let's go on to another hand. Oh, this one was like quite ridiculous. I kind of just, why is it giving me Facebook Messenger? I don't know. This app is quite weird. Let me just do the link. I literally don't even have a Facebook set up. It's just like some. I just got this browser so I could like stream. There we go. Oh, that's the wrong hand. Why is it downloading it? Maybe I grab it like this. Okay. Huh? Okay, I can't be getting tilted at Google Chrome or Opera, whatever it is. You remember my name from YouTube just clicking? Yeah, I do. Thanks for being in the Twitch, honestly. Show us all the guys in the Twitch. Because I'm trying to grow on Twitch as well. Alright, so this was obviously exploitative because I kind of thought it was just a wreck. I don't really know why I marked this. I think I was just like tilted. Because this is not that interesting a hand because it's like pure exploit. I mean, knowing what to do on the flop is like maybe kind of useful. It's UTG, right? Yeah. If you guys have any hand histories, just post in the Discord. I'll review all your hand histories. I'll do it for, like, yeah. I'll give you guys advice. Any questions, honestly, I'll just do it. I just like to do these study streams because I like to stream more without playing. I can only play so much in a day, and I'm trying to get my studying in and learn more. I also like streaming with zero delay. It's quite chill. So I'm going to keep going with these before my second session every day. Yeah. Okay, obviously you can play, like, big leads here. That makes sense. My brain is a little shot. I felt like that 5th hour really got me. I didn't sleep well today. Yesterday I slept like 6 hours. So. Yeah. No excuses. Stream on as much as possible and share with friends. All I can do for you is give some back value as you as well. Appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys. Eventually, like, yeah. I appreciate all it. I just like that you guys are here. It makes the grind easy. So yeah, maybe I'm being quite boring in the stream, but I'm just enjoying being chat. All right. It's pretty fun watching you play and give your reads on the same people I play with. Yeah, today's stream is quite legendary. If you were in it, dude, Barada was absolutely cooking me. I was getting quite tilted though. Like that happens. Though you just get tilted playing poker. I assume Lavender plans to increase sleep quality. Normally, look up on ChatGPT. Honestly, I'm kind of down for that. That sounds pretty like sick. Maybe I'll convince my girlfriend. She likes shit like that, so we could run that. B75 kind of makes sense here. You don't want to bet much. It's quite odd though. You know, looking at your opponent to no leads. I guess the 8-7 difference is probably relevant here. Anyway, like I think I like inted and like played small size. It was quite a weird line. That's why I do not know why I'm even really reviewing it. I just wanted to know, like in theory, if my hand could jam. It's like I think it's like so irrelevant. Like who cares? It's just like some like cope. Also, why am I getting this like notif? This is just some like cope studying. We're gonna move on to another hand quite quickly. I'm just like I was like also deeper too. You know what? I don't even want to review this hand. It's like extremely boring. It's just a cooler. If you guys are curious about the hand, this is it. And like I obviously just jam turn versus the wreck in theory, or not jam turn, raise turn maybe. Yeah, I got cute and the board paired, and then he bets, and then I jammed. And for some reason, like I was thinking he just had 8-7 in game. This was like towards like the end of my session. I was not playing very well, and I was just realizing like for some reason I thought like he could have hands like Jack 10, but he really only has like 9s and 8-7 here, as played. Obviously, it sucks to have 9s. Like whatever, it's life. Life goes on. Oh yeah, I take creatine every day. I have like I'm big on the gym right now, so currently I'm trying to be more into the gym. So I'm going 6 days a week, taking away creatine and tracking what I eat and shit to an extent. I'm not like religious about it, but yeah. You seem to be life maxing though. Kind of fuck with that though. Keep the advice coming. Yeah, creatine I loaded, but I took 5 grams now. I was taking 10 for a while. I'm curious actually about it. Not really so much the river decision in this hand. But, dude, why does it just like download the hands? Like, it's because I'm copying the image. I need to copy like the overall link. Let me get it. Kiwis before sleep. I usually don't struggle too much with sleep. My girlfriend honestly just woke me up because she just wanted to talk to me, and then I just couldn't fall back asleep. I usually sleep pretty well. 5-6 should be fine. Yeah, that's what I run right now. I ran 10 for the beginning. Sometimes I even run more for the beginning, but yeah, I just ran 10. Yeah, you played Big Brother Chat, so we found the check. I like checking, especially with hands that can check call. It makes sense that you run it a bit. What's the main bluff here, actually? It looks like you like ace-5. That makes sense. You don't like the backdoor flush draw version, though. The checking V is like way higher than this, so I guess that's the difference. Obviously, you still have good betting EV. Bro can't afford PT4. Bro, isn't it like dog shit with GG, though? This just works for me, bro. Obviously, I'm gonna get Hanson out going, like, I don't know. I'm just lazy right now. It's really good with GG. What's better, Hanson or Poker Tracker? Because I'll probably just get whatever one is better for the stream. Because I'm gonna be tracking all the results. Probably like bother doing it over the weekend though. So we'll have the whole graph over the weekend. Right now I'm just gonna play, and then I'll upload the hands. Hanson 04 is good with GG. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I hear. I struggled with PT4. Yeah, I think we're gonna run Hanson out, guys, for the stream. I think we run Hanson out. Alright, anyway, I'm being quite lazy. I found the check here, because, yeah, But I was supposed to reopen often with his combo. Obviously, exploitably, I don't think people mix here, so I was kind of trying to read into it. He found the check back because he was like playing Giga Tricky all day. And we had this like dynamic going. This fight's like kind of stupid though in hindsight that I review these hands. Because obviously my hand's objectively just a bad call. Yeah, I figured that it was going to be 125 here on the turn. It's funny you actually play jam. And I figured my hand's just not good 125. You actually just like king jack offsuit. Imagine playing jams here. It's kind of quite absurd. I mean, it's just a double flush draw heuristic because your opponent has to like call off late. But you like king jack off here. That makes sense, obviously. Did he play half pot? I think he ran 1/3 here. And he ran half pot in a hand earlier when he had it, so he's kind of giving maybe sizing tells here today. But yeah. We just called. And he obviously bingos me because he's just going pro. Get him in the LCF. His hand is a pure jam, but he does find like the... Well, it's not pure, I shouldn't lie. Yeah, my hand's a pure folds here, obviously. Just a better blockers because he blocks lefts with clubs, I believe. I just thought he could be like bluffing these hands. And he had like too much more of them than he had other hands, so... I just called because I thought we had some dynamic going where like I was talking about how nitty was all stream. Or yeah, how he always had it. And usually sometimes when someone's tilted that you always have it. Sometimes I figured he could angle to bluff more. But he just had it though, so it's really hard to know what the hell he's doing if he misses. But yeah. Traditionally, I do think this guy is a little more on the tighter side though. So definitely not a great line, but choose what it is. I should probably be studying. I'm just kind of like worn out. So I should probably be looking a little more in depth. I just have so many hands to look at. I guess this turn is like the main interesting thing. I guess we could look at flop quick if we wanted to filter it. So like no 10x betting. B75 jacks. Neither wants the backdoor flush just here, but you could basically just mix all of it. Obviously, it's a completely valid. And two pair, what is the only two pair you have on the flop? Like 10-7 somehow? Also mostly checking, so yeah, you're playing pretty defensive. The check raise line, like you probably have to raise a lot, yeah, because you're overfolding obviously versus the raise, so you have to compensate by raising a lot. That way your opponent isn't just free rolling you when he stabs. So yeah. Anyway, let's go to another node, maybe more interesting. Well, this one, like, dude, this guy, Bernardo was just tricky all day, bro. Flatting aces. Ugh, it just downloads. I keep making the same mistake. How often is aces flat here? Yeah, a little bit. Did we back one? No, we rolled low, so we checked. I liked in-game being able to have a hand that I could check defend compared to ace-king, but obviously you have the increased betting equity. So he checked. This one, he just randomly... Oh no, he did check back. We ended up playing double check. Lots of delay lines today. Yeah, overbet. Obviously, ace-king I didn't feel was like that good. You could run with the club, I guess. You don't run with the flush draw because it's too good, but... Yeah, you're going to have pretty good betting EV. And... I guess I should be folding flop, eh? I think I just need to, like, just get good at tossing this stuff. I'm still not disciplined enough. Oh, here I just wanted to look at flop real quick. I should definitely be studying a lot more tense, but oh, I did hijack. Oops. It likes B75. That makes sense. If we look at the range, because you have his queen and king queen, so I'm confused. Hijack's just killing so hard. I guess it's just only a little bit of these hands. How does Big Blind not have these hands? Oh, is it just the EV is just not as good compared, like, relative? I see, that's kind of odd if they do it that way. It's mainly the overpair advantage. Yeah. I don't get why the, it's so weird that they do it like that. It's because these hands have that much advantage, but, like, they're the same hands. That's actually really odd. It's just King Queen's equity versus Big Blind's range, just like a lot stronger than King Queen's equity versus Hijack's range. It's still odd though. We are gonna have to kill it today, guys. Because right now I am down on the day. I should change my mood. I'm still pretty skeptical though. We'll keep it skeptical. If you guys have a hand history, like you can just post it in the Discord, I'll review. Okay. Yeah, Alex half-wad here to value bet. You're actually like really cautious in this board. I thought you would like value betting Ace King more than it does. What is the trips? I guess Big Blind just has like infinite more trips. Like 10 deuce and jack deuce. So you actually have to be like extremely careful. That's like obviously the reason, right? Like 2% more trips advantage. So if you bet too much, you're supposed to be getting raised a lot. The thing is, in practice, you're just not getting raised that much. So 99% of pools, like, let's make the raise like 10%. But even then, 10% is a good amount. Like it actually gets creative. I find most people will just raise their flush draws. They'll raise their like strong hands, and they just will not raise like actual bluffs. Because like flush draw here even counts as a strong hand, even though like the average person will think it's a bluff. Its equity is going to be like basically in a value bucket. Yeah, so now we bet a lot more. Alright, noted. Anyway, I literally like, can we like unlock the sim? Anyway, we found the check. Oh no, we play like 1.5 with ace queen. We end up 3-betting him though. Which is like, honestly now I realize it's quite well because he actually does have a lot of deuces. What did he end up having in game? Oh, sevens, yeah. I kind of will though with the ace queen. Not gonna lie here. Alright, let's find an actual like hand that like that's gonna be worth like actually reviewing because these lines are kind of like I just like put hands in, but some of these lines are not the best. I think towards the end I had like a lot of good hands last night that I didn't end up reviewing today. So Like, cause I have so many hands, I might look like I'm skimming some, but yeah. All right. Wow, I feel like most people do not play B75 here. Does this have to do with if we run the jack? Does it do it still? That's quite interesting. I do not. So it's just a king queen hand. Is this due to an opponent having king queen? No, cutoff doesn't really have it. How much EV does it lose? Actually, it loses like 0.4 bigs per 100, which is quite decent. It's obviously like pretty irrelevant at your guys' stake, or even like at 99.9% of stakes, but it's relevant enough that like maybe you could consider switching. What makes the difference between the two? Is it just higher checking EV because you have more queen X? Opponent has ace queen. Is that slightly maybe more? You choose to range bet on the jack. You play B75 or check on the queen. Yeah, I think it's because you have even more jack X than opponent, but your opponent actually has more queen X than you. And you go B75 to make the queen X indifferent. I think that's the logic here. And also in practice, you might even have more. There's a little king queen here, but in reality, you might have more. All right. Anyway, what is action though? I called like half one on the flop. I'll just no block opponent to B33 with range here because I think it's fine. Jack 10, yeah, playing no raises. We get the 10 of hearts. Maybe I should have played a more polar strategy when he decides to check on the turn. He checks with jacks, and he's supposed to be betting a good amount with it. We do run the half pot, so we were correct. Jack 10 of clubs does bet. Good job, Carter. Here I just thought my river hand was like extremely bad to bluff with. Sorry, did I show you guys the hand? No, I didn't. God, sorry, I'm kind of on one, guys, but sometimes it's hard to remember you're streaming. So this is the hand to be, and then I just decided that river was not good to bluff with in game because he's gonna have like king. I feel like in practice people will. Yeah, I mean he's gonna have king queen of hearts obviously. King jack of hearts checking, queen jack of hearts, and they're not gonna be. I feel like people will check this hand even. Ace queen ace king, basically like because the top cards aren't hearts, and then the jack probably just blocks bluffs. Like people might not find the barrels, so we'll see. I'm pretty sure I'm right. He doesn't lead, which is honestly kind of surprising. And yeah, the jam. Honestly, the jam makes money, but apparently I have checking EV, which seems kind of fake. But yeah, what hand do I beat? 10-9. But no, I don't beat 10-9 because I block it low. I beat ace 8 of clubs. Like I don't think he ever has this. I'm surprised the jam makes money though. Was his hand? Bro, get this guy an org. How does he find the one jack that check calls? Get him in the LCS. Yeah, it's obviously like double bad suit jack. I guess you unblock the most amount of bluffs, so you check call it. As you can see, also you like are probably the worst barrel out of all of them. Simply because, yeah. Makes sense. That's mainly the reason. It's not really about the check call, it's mainly you're just the worst bet, but your hand's too good to fold versus half pot. It actually does like the jam though, because you unblock stuff. Alright. What is the main bluff? Yeah, it's just blood. That's what I thought in game. It was just gonna be pairs that just send it because you just have blockless stuff. Like this bluff EV is like extremely high. Kind of sucks because in practice you would have actually found it. You would have found the fold for sure. So we definitely missed it. This hand I was quite sad about for Sperata. Hijack open, I 3-bet sevens like a psycho. He calls. Board runs out 10, 6, 9. Honestly, like I could consider giving him leads as well. As I sip my Coke Zero. I guess I'll just take off leads. Why not? They're all like it's like evens at the spot, doesn't matter. Yeah, if on the check, he finds like what is it, turn 10 of hearts or no, because he ends up having 10 of hearts. Let me show you guys the spot. Slot. He ends up overbet jamming turn. Check check flop, button versus cutoff, or button versus MP. Check check. And I just call here because I didn't know exactly what was gonna be able to call. I felt like maybe he could be over bluffing, but I probably just station the shit out of him. Let's be real. He ends up finding B125 here, which is just like kind of absurd one size. What is flop for us? Like, yeah, we're checking back a lot of these Jack 10, Queen 10 hands. That's kind of what I figured in game. Definitely have to find a lot of checkbacks, so. Mixing between the two, double that, yeah. You just find the overbet. Do we call sevens? Pure. Yeah, I guess you do all three. You just call all over pairs, and then do we commit to calling it? Is the question. Shit. Not on the double flush draw. Sure, the viewers are gonna be cooked. Just anyone who's still here, but I'm gonna keep streaming. But it's obviously gonna like kind of kill my like viewing average or whatever. But whatever. I like studying poker. I know people don't as much like studying poker as much as playing, but yeah. Okay, here, yeah, sevens calls more. I figure this is fine. I mean, obviously, like maybe I don't check back enough, so yeah. But jamming often. And yeah, we call sevens a lot. I mean, suits kind of matter, because technically, what, does he have bluffs with 7 of diamonds? No, but I guess he, like, slightly matters due to his 8-7 frequency, which I think in practice this doesn't matter. We called, yeah, you don't like these hands. That's what I kind of thought. I felt like he was going to bluff with these types of hands. So yeah, that's about that. So I was kind of right with the bluff catcher, at least a little here. Preferring 9s, don't like the spade. It's kind of odd not to like spade. In game, I would like spade, because you block 10-9. I guess opponent, like, because of this, like, bluff spades more. It's weird that you don't like spades. Are spades, like, main bluff? Is that why? Like, in practice, I think the spade's objectively just better here to call with. Because you just block more value, and I think bluffs are always going to be random. I don't think you can rely on what your opponent's bluffs are going to be. See, I think, like, blocking value is usually more consistent than blocking bluffs when you don't really know what your opponent's doing. Because he could be bluffing his value, like, playing his bluffs in any single way, right? Seems boring. Alright, let's see here. I guess we can look at this one, guys. I end up, what? I shove river and get called. God, I'm such a whale, bro. What am I doing? I play so freaking crazy, bro. So we had this. I went half pot flop. I'm sure that's not the size. I don't know. This line is just a little insane. But I kind of suck right now, so the only way I'm going to get better is by studying. So I can't really afford not to study. Alright, let's see here. You play like infinite sizes. Okay, we're going to play 4 or whatever. Oh shit, what did I do? Yeah, I like B75, but I kind of like ended up giving myself like a trillion sizes. I don't know what I did. My sizes, anyone cares. I played this and then I played 2 on the river. If anyone's just interested in shit like that. Alright. Queen 4, yeah. Okay, I was kind of right though. I'll just give you the B75. I just figured like a hand like this just like has good betting EV, but the checking EV is horrible. Simply for the fact that like when I face a reopen, like I basically just always have to fold this hand and blow up all my EV. So yeah, that was my logic. You're betting like 60% for B75, which on the rainbow board you're probably betting less. Obviously it depends on the rainbow, but I wonder what you do with a queen 4 of clubs here on this rainbow board. Actually, I'm like quite curious because you could bet like a lot more of the lower stuff. Okay, you just like simplify to like B33 more often, which is fair, I guess. Still betting these hands. Okay, we're just gonna do this, and okay, it was 75. In game, I overbet because I'm kind of a whale, and yeah, it does not like the overbet here. I wonder why. I guess opponent just folds queen X. Like, what are main continues? And because you like to like bet like hands like ace 8 here and stuff, which is like actually like quite odd to me. I guess I'm just objectively definitely playing the spot wrong. Like continuing aggressively with ace 5 here and stuff just seems extremely unintuitive. Or ace 5 makes sense. Sorry, ace 6. I don't know, ace 5 was 2 pair. You don't like the ace of diamonds, but due to just having worse betting EV, I guess, because you can like get called by worse. I guess your hand could play versus the lower ace X still. But yeah, definitely just pushing it. Yeah, you check the diamonds more and play check raise. Okay, I guess it makes sense, but what are your main bluffs? Obviously like the ace five because then you block ace five. You obviously like to have a five. Sorry, the king five. So that makes sense. And then you have a queen eight and stuff. 9-8 as well. I guess I need to look at what opponent's folding. Hey, bro, I can give you a hand that I played and give me your thoughts on how you would have played it. Perfect, man. The solvers are so sticky with the ace rag. Yeah, I know, but like, I'm surprised it's betting itself. And yeah, put the hand in the Discord, bro, and I'll review it. I appreciate all you guys that sub to the study thing. I have to do this for this grind because I'm not going to cheap out on the studying. Obviously, I know not as many people want to watch it, but anyone who comes, like, you're getting special treatment. I'll review anything, like, because I just like hanging out, but I can't just play. I'm going to end up terrible at the game, so, yeah. I appreciate you guys that come out. You're real ones for that. And sorry if I'm a bit tired today. I slept 6 hours tomorrow. We got the energy going. I'm probably not going to play 5 hours, though. I might play 4 and then try to be back earlier in the day than 9. I think 9's a little late. Obviously, the solver's thinking is just YOLO. I mean, that's kind of my thinking, right? Yeah, my thinking is I kind of just don't really care for the money. I kind of care for the... I care about losing, though, because I know it's money at the end of the day. Like, I know, but... I just want to play the best. Like, I just want to win the most amount of, like, I can do. I just want to play the best, honestly. I view it as like a game. I feel like when I view it as like a job or something, you play worse. So yeah, put the hand in the hand review in my Discord. If you're not on my Discord, I'll give you the link if you need it. Hi, Kevin. But yeah, it's betting. But here, yeah. Obviously, they're calling all ace x because you might be overfolding. We went with the overbet in game, and I'm surprised the betting EV is so low. I want to look at the most folded card here, guys, because I figured my hand would be like a good at like unblockers to folds and stuff like this. Maybe it's better in the polarization node, but I don't really see the point in studying that now. I mean, let's just look at it. Let's say I'm forced to play 150 here, guys, because that's honestly what I thought, like potentially. Sure, playing on internet online. Sure, I would love the link. Okay, I got you, dude. Oh, I did it on Twitch. Let me do it on YouTube. Wouldn't it be? Isn't the leaderboard right now 2-4? I thought it was 2-4, but maybe it's 1-3. Whatever it is, you're definitely right. I'm definitely gonna try to nail that. I've already got a good amount of points tonight, so we gotta finish strong here. Cause I gotta make 4,000 big blinds. So however we do that. Let me know, Kev. The links are there on the YouTube. You see the Nightbot posted it. Okay, I'm gonna approve you now. Okay, you're in. So just post the hand in the hand review channel or any channel. Honestly, I'll just see it pop up. So it doesn't really matter. You can post it in anything. You can post it in video games. I'll just review it. Okay, you cool with me putting the hand on the stream? I assume. Obviously, I guess if I'm reviewing it. The hand was played at 100 NL, 125 V was effective. Yeah, it's Pacific Standard. For some reason, I believe so. Would translate to 1 to 3 p.m. Yeah, it sometimes is 2-4, sometimes 1-3. I thought it was 2-4, I believe, but I could be wrong. I was in Japan for a while. Okay, 150. Yeah, it hates my hand still. It actually makes more money betting now, but sounds G's. Thanks, boss. Okay, we're gonna go back to 75. Let's see. I'm gonna finish this hand first, if that's cool. Let's see how much EV 75 gains, because this is obviously intuitively easier strategy to play. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, you'll find a lot more bits. What hands checks the most? So King X of hearts. Basically, all the hearts check the most. Hearts the worst suit. Does opponent float hearts wider or something? Okay. No. Not even sure, but why are so many hearts falling? It's kind of crazy. I guess we bet hearts a lot in the fold. Hearts and spades. It's basically hand in hand. Brimstone is slightly different because it has to do with the ace, I guess, but that's just more of a frequency thing, less so than anything. 4-3 deuce, really not betting like any of these lower hands. They don't really turn any. I guess they turned a good card. My night one sometimes just spams on YouTube, guys. I'm sorry. Like, I set it up yesterday. What's up? Welcome to the Discord, guys. All right. Anyway, I'm curious about river. I was curious about most folded card here, actually. Yeah, because you're folding like nuts and nines, eights, and queens. I guess like yeah, I'm bad because queen 4. Says the invite's invalid. Aren't you in? Is this not you? I think you're in, bro. Cards. So I can run it in the sim. But yeah, I don't really care. Is that you or Yoon? Let's go. What's up? What's up, King? At some point, guys, we'll probably do some React content for a sec here. So I love watching my like daily 20 minutes of poker YouTube videos. So if you guys have a video for me, just let me know. But we're gonna do some hand histories. I just need to find out if my hand, what hands jam the river here. XD, no more studying. The second you arrive, bro, I know it's a good time. Vandalized. Yeah, so queen 4 is obviously good on the river. If I do miraculously hand up with it, it's a good river jam. But I think like I actually overplayed turn with this hand. It makes sense you have a good amount of it, and your opponent actually is like floating a lot of these hands and folding turn with them. You gotta study. You'll reach 5K heads up in 6 months. Yeah, I'm gonna reach it in less, guys. But you're definitely right. This stuff depends. But yeah. Today my brain is a little shot. So just skimming these hand reviews. I find 6 max sometimes. Just mass looking at stuff is important. Depends on the day. Some days you're gonna have stuff where you want to do deep dives. Some days you're just going to see a trillion spots. Right now is one of the days I definitely just want to see a trillion spots. That's how I feel. I'm much more motivated to look at shit. I'm like rusty and like I just want to look at spots. But usually when I'm more sharp, I care more about understanding like the truth of a spot more. Anyway, is this hand history posted? Not yet. Are you having trouble finding it, Kevzu? Are you planning on sneaking a PLO session at some point? If it's like hyper requested, yeah, of course we'll do it for the memes. But like it's probably bad for the BRM challenge. I'd probably do it when I got to like higher stakes, so then we could just do it for fun. Or like we really need to care about moving up. Because once I get past 1K, like 2K and 5K doesn't run often enough for me to No, don't be sorry, bro. You're good. Take your time. Like I'm gonna be here for all night, so I get it. Anyway, yeah. We jammed 2x pot, and he just like freaking ate us with. He literally just swallowed. Okay, that sounds really. I was trying to be funny, but this is kind of disgusting. Anyway, he just had the nuts. There we go. I made this kind of pause for no reason there. And we find this. Yeah, it makes sense you block. Imagine like getting like ate up by ace-9 here. In the block line. Because I guess like, yeah, opponent has there's a call hands like king, queen, and king, jack here. So like you can actually go really thin with the ace-x. And then ace-9 is still ahead of that range. It's like so unintuitive to find this. It's actually like quite unintuitive to find this. This is a spot I'm actually like playing extremely bad. I shouldn't always add all in. This has got to be more optimal, right? Fair enough. If you don't run hot at lower, well, it's also like more like less true to the challenge, right? Whereas like later on, I think like the challenge will be more stale. it'll be kind of more like me just doing my daily grind because there's less progression, if that makes sense. So like I'd rather just sit. I think like it'd be a funny video to like sit the 1K PLO or whatever. But I think like right now, like there's no point in me sitting 200 PLO. It's like not that entertaining, right? There's already enough going on. When there's less going on, maybe we'll play PLO for fun or something. You know, like maybe there's no action on a night, so then we like sit the PLO or something. That'd be kind of fun on stream, I think. But I think as it stands right now, there's like really no incentive to like start with PLO. That's my read. Yeah, I would not find this. I gotta start. Yeah, I think the 5 is pretty intuitive. It's funny, like it actually like pretends I have checking EV. Like, how do you have checking EV here? In real life, I would just like snap Gem Queen 5 so fast. Like Queen 9 is like easily findable fold. Like obviously, if 9 of diamonds, you're just not right. Even with 9 of diamonds, that's just some like reverse blocker, like yap. Surely, right? Because like there's just no way the 9 of diamonds is a good card. Because like opponent is folding 9 of diamonds. I guess he's like folding it on the turn, technically. Or he's folding it on the flop, I guess. So he doesn't have that much. Still, these hands are objective folds, right? But I guess it's like only 2 combos, but it's still like relevant, right? Like this is still relevant. But I think like the reason why is it like affects this, because your opponent now calls more 9 of diamonds. This is like why the solver's gonna play this, guys. Is in theory you'll look at the spot like, oh, I've left 9 of diamonds, but that's because the solver knows the 9 of diamonds is not a good unblocker. And like you see now we're already on the 3rd, like I feel like once you go 3 times, just cut it out. Because you're just not getting that in real life. That's just my read. So like it expects me to jam the 9 of diamonds. So that makes it unironically this a better call. But I feel like when you're relying on your opponent to be too aware of your overall strategy, it's usually just pointless. Do you have like the hand history? Anyway, I'll give you the reg. Do you have like the screenshot? Anyway, should I put this into like ChatGPT and it can like I don't know. Playing 120b5 cutoff is a fish loose reg. Is this like a live hand history or wait? No, it's on. You literally just said NL. I'm sorry, I'm tired. Do you have like the like not this, but like you know what I'm talking about? The like. I don't know. You know what? I'll just do it, man. I don't care. Let's see what you're doing. I don't really give a fuck. You want to get exactly 125? Let's get exactly. Let's get the perfect sim for you. I'll try to get my I'll try to plug it in so I can actually follow because it's quite hard without the cutoff opens fish loose reg 2.5. I'm just gonna do 2.3. 3-bet on ace king 9 to 5. Okay. This is like quite not fully accurate. We threw these small blind cold 4s. Okay, so this is like more relevant to the hand. He calls. Oh, so your hand's just like a pre-fault spot. I would just go all in, bro. Like hypothetically, this is at 100. We could just like run the sim, especially since like the 21 is dead money, and this is like it depends on the small blind, obviously, but yeah, I would just go all in. It says you can do both here, but that's because look at the cutoffs range here when he like quote unquote calls. He's extremely strong, right? But in practice, like this loose reg is gonna be doing a lot of stupid stuff. So you're basically looking at this range, which it like jams for 7 bigs, plus you have 20 bonus bigs in the middle. Okay, nice, that's what I did. Well, good job, man. It's definitely like the correct play. As you can see here, it's making 7 bigs, and then imagine there was 20 extra bigs in the middle, right? Like that's gonna your jam's gonna be printing. Because basically, like this guy's range is not going to be very strong. I mean, maybe he's like miracle aces or something, but if you said he's like a fish or a whale, then yeah. Oh, I was curious about the flop in this hand, I believe. It's always hard to remember what I was curious about, but... You know, okay, it says was between all in and full, but thought the dead money was worth going for. Appreciate it, man. Love your content. Thanks, man. Yeah, definitely just take that spot and don't lose sleep over your pre. If you like look at your database and like 100k hands and you see like you're like absolutely punting pre, then care, but don't lose sleep over stuff. And poker, I think that's usually like the best advice. If you have ace king and you lost money pre-flop, like sometimes maybe you'll overplay something, you could have avoided it, but at the end of the day, it's still a setup. Just look at it like you missed an exit. Sorry, all in and call. Yeah. And even fold is technically an option. Like, look, we ran the sim, and fold was an option. So, for example, if the small blind is like what 2% 3-bet and like 0, like he always has aces, you can just fold because you're drawing dead. Like, I mean, that's a complete world that happens. I think people like to pretend it doesn't, but it definitely does happen. So, yeah, fold is even an option, right? So, yeah, but I like just jamming there out of principle with the dead money. Alright. Do we have the spot? Alright, guys, this is the spot. No. I almost did it again for like the 1,000,000,000th time today. He like blocks river here and then like bet rejammed. And I was actually just curious like what he's supposed to bet rejam as a bluff. If he even, I don't even know if he runs blocks here in practice because I think potentially. I mean, it comes down to my flop strategy, how many underpairs I'm gonna have. But yeah, it's probably okay to block here. So I'm curious about. I was curious about his strategy, not really so mine. I kind of like my decision to just play the hand the way I did. I don't think it's like some rocket scientist line. I like rolled high on the flop, I believe. I figured like everything between ace-8 and like ace-2 is gonna be. I don't have ace-2, but maybe suited is gonna be mixing, like to an extent. Obviously, like lower the higher you go. I can maybe slightly more often with some of these other hands. So ace-8 off, yeah, you're betting, and then like yeah, as you get down to ace-5, ace-4, you're basically mixing everything. Just correctly assume that. We'll just bump me up to 33 though to make the sim more accurate. Let's look at the EV. I doubt it changes anything. We go from 363.42 to what? 2.99, or does it say 3? Yeah, we lose like, we still say a 3, but we lose like a little bit of percent. It does make us bet 8-7 more, 8-7 less, ace-5 more, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. I just kind of like just figured to be mixing everything. 6 of spades. He just calls, right? I think he just had 6s. So, yeah. I think it's like pretty obvious. Like maybe he had a 6. But yeah, overbet on turn. This is what I thought in game it was going to be, so I figured there was no way I was going to bet my hand. I thought I was going to even honestly play a bigger size. I thought I was going to play 175. It checks queens. I was going to play the opposite. I remember what I said in game. I was going to check ace queen more and play 175. And I was going to check ace queen actually more often. But it looks like it was the opposite. Obviously, kings just block calling raise, and they're basically the same hand. But yeah, I guess 125 makes more sense. Because you don't want to, like, play a range closer to the 2-pair. Because obviously, on, like, the extreme nuts end, like, the ranges are quite close. Because, if anything, button is more 2-pair, but you're just really winning with, like, the strong hands. So 125 exploits that better. Your account is all over the place. Let's see. I got another hand. Shove. I appreciate the advice, Sod. I need to actually DM Sod. All right. And then on the river, he plays. Yeah, I figured block, and yeah. Obviously, we're raising ace-8s. We ended up raising bigger because I figured I was kind of right to assume we have one raise size because we kind of cap ourselves. and he ends up finding the R100 here. And basically what I was curious in-game is if he has any bluffs without a 9x, and I literally don't think so. He ended up showing the 6 of hearts, so it's clearly this hand. I mean, how could you block a 6 here? But I was just curious in-game, like, if he has any bluffs without the 9. And since the answer is clearly no, what does that mean for me when I have a 9? Obviously, calling a 9 is, like, the worst possible call. Do I have any reshove bluffs here? Yeah, I guess you just, like, shove ace-king a little bit as a reshove bluff. Right? Oh, I guess ace-8. Sorry, not ace-king. Ace-king's just shoving for value. That's just kind of crazy. Because ace-queen, I guess your opponent goes for value. This line's weird, though, because it's not happening in practice. Like, your opponent's not going to play this line with ace-queen and then call off, ever. Unless you're playing, like, 9,000 no. Oh, I don't know, like, the way I played this line here. Okay, this is, like, a triple barrel from yesterday, guys. So, finally, I'm onto, like, the interesting hands from yesterday where I bluff off my sack. I've had a lot of punts over the last 2 days, but I think I'm getting them out of my system. Yeah, I just objectively knew this board was 175, and I should be finding the 125. I ended up playing B33. We'll just run it as a B75 spot, because I probably would have tripled. If you get the deuce here, since, like, you basically you play 90 B75 here, and you're, like, just pretty cautious with king queens. This is, like, the line. And you basically build your betting range around just kings and aces, and then make ace queen. That's basically, like, the strategy on all these queen high boards, because your opponent calls king queen off pure, so you don't really have an advantage there. So you just make your advantage, like, strictly about your overpair advantage, which is obviously huge. A lot of times people will not. I don't know why it's giving him full height aces, because he definitely just, no one has full height aces here. So that, yeah, that's kind of like the dry queen high two-turn. I think it even is like a rainbow heuristic. Okay, maybe not on the 7 because it's a little disconnected. The B33 will be tougher to defend. But on the 8s where your opponent can defend B33 with a lot more hands, because obviously a lot more stuff connects, he usually likes the 175. I guess the 50 on rainbow. Alright. Oh my god, wait, what? I just typed the wrong thing. I'm trying to mod someone. Bro, I'm like the worst streamer of all time. Maybe I'll just I'll just click switch here. There we go, I modded him. There you go. Okay. But let's review the HH though. This might be the most boring stream ever. The fact that I have 18 people watching this is like kind of cool. Oh, I called here earlier today as well. I guess we got to look at this one as well. You know what? I'm just gonna like pull them all up, and then we can just like look at them. Oh yeah, this one was quite cool. No, I don't. I revealed some dark tech here, guys. So if you guys want to like exploit me, I revealed dark tech here that no one wants to talk about. Let's look at that. Once we're done all these hands, we will Either react content or we'll just play. We'll decide. Okay, so we got. So what do we got here? We got. Ooh, I keep doing this. I'm like downloading a trillion images. Okay, so we got this bluff where we bluff up a stack. We got this hand where we bluff up a stack. We got this hand where we successfully don't bluff up a stack. We got this hand where we. My opponent's flop raise is insane. I probably should just like. Probably should never play flats versus that, right? So I got this hand where I need to know what to do when I play versus the insane flop raise. How did I call this in game? Like, I should just be shoving or folding, right? Pretty sure he had it, though. Actually, jamming here, it must be flush draw. I should just re-ripping, I think. We got this where we call off a stack. And, yeah, then we're done. Okay, so let's look at... We were already on this one. We can run it with the B33 here. I wonder if we change it to a 7, does it like change the sim to the point where I can like actually get an accurate? Because I'd rather not know. 2 to 1 out of position is shit. Yeah, kinda, you're right. I definitely agree with you there. My thought process here was I thought he would have enough pocket pairs with the spade to fold, but and also like honestly though, like I was looking at this pool, like I had some people like tank fold top pair versus me, like in spots like this earlier. So I was thinking that I was hoping that mainly that I could be getting like close to high frequency fold here. I ended up playing like a smaller strategy, which I think was probably not even good here, honestly. But whatever, let's just do it. How much do we lose, right? I think it's like, okay. Yeah, it doesn't like jamming as much here with the 10 of hearts. Because the 10 blocks folds, because I'm sure 10's mixes. Folds, right? Yeah, 10's pure folding. So yeah, the 10 is just not that good. Whereas ace jack, what, like jacks calls a little, but like also he's like a lot less jacks than he does 10s. The thing is, like, he's supposed to mix this, and he called in a second, so the bluff definitely just isn't making money. Obviously. 10s of the spade is quite nice, so yeah. So you have a lot of bluffs with the ace of the spade, so in order to like be slightly balanced, obviously the ace of spades is nice. Like, look, we're blocking like 9 combos I call instantly, so it's obviously pretty chill. Plus we're blocking aces. But yeah, just he like snap called this hand without even thinking about it. And a spot that like pool is definitely like cancer under bluffing. So yeah, quite annoying, but it is what it is. Yeah, exactly. I kind of tried it, but like obviously when I see the king queen call, I'm not like very proud of it. But I thought like he might, if he's folding king queen pure though, like people don't really mix that spot. So some people just like shit their pants when they face the triple there, and some people just snap call. It really depends on your opponent. And yeah, this was another one that I didn't mind because I had a feeling that this guy was like actually like a tighter reg, but I could be wrong. I thought he would yeah. In theory, it's 50% turn. The thing is, like, no matter what, he was not going to fold that hand, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, that was, like, later in the night, like, towards the end of the session. I just kind of, like, randomly arrived on the river and then just decided to go with it. So we'll do my 2 punts from last night, where I bluff my stack off. I've done heaps of binds at 200 so far, guys. Feels bad. Might have to adapt. I might be kind of punting. I'm a little rusty, so we're gonna have the punts going at the beginning of the challenge. So anyway, I'm just gonna do range bet B20. I think it's good job there. Small blind 3 point. Yeah, basically nothing. So yeah, not even raising that much. And then we got to the turn. I felt like the diamonds were good bluff candidates. I mean, sorry, the hearts were because we unblocked these potential floats. Like obviously queen 10, he's gonna have less of them. So yeah, queen 10 of hearts bets pretty often. We ended up going 75, so 75 made more sense to me. You just need blue line to win. Yeah, definitely. I know that. Well, it's not because no one bluffs, right? Like, in order to have red line, you kind of have to call a lot. That's why, like, I'm like pretty skeptical about people that like tell you to have crazy red line. I mean, it's one thing if your red line's like bleeding like out like a, because people do just have like so many range fold spots that. Yeah. Okay. So the hand is a jam in theory. The reason I jammed here is I was expecting like a potential overfold from like the ace jack region. Is queen jack a better jam? Queen jack's actually, yeah. For some reason, it's pretending queen jack is checking you guys. Because it beats like jack 10 that gives up. I would always just jam. I thought queen jack would be better because you want to have a jack because the opponent's just going to call ace jack. He doesn't have ace 10 off, so I figured it would be slightly better. Jack 10's obviously like a pretty obvious give up, I think. You know, block as much. I actually remember saying in game that I thought jack 10 might be better. But now that I realize if your opponent calls jack 10 on the turn, he folds queen 10. So jack 10 is definitely not as good because you're just blocking one more combo for no reason. It's still okay though, but yeah, queen 10 was definitely better. Obviously, he ends up just with just the ace 8s, so it doesn't really matter. I was kind of hoping that we could get like some overfolds here from this region. This guy seemed to be on the tighter side. That was what I was thinking in game. I routed the river and I thought I had to get a bluff, and I thought there was a chance it could be an overfold, so that was my thought process in game. Here, I know this hand's not a bluff, but my logic was that the checking is fake because I think the turn's overfolded. That's kind of my logic. And I think people turn all their hands into a bluff there. So I feel like, and also I think people think the river's underbluffed because I think people assume you're going to check all your queen X. So you actually have like really high bluffing EV because you get like all these like random king X hands to fold. Yeah, give me as many as you want. You can be 100. I mean, I might not be able to do all of them, but as long as you don't care if I don't do them all, just give me the hand. I really don't care. I'm just glad you're here because I have to do this and I'm trying to do it all on stream. So I appreciate everyone that shows up because I know it's not as fun as yeah, watching stacks fly, I guess. Anyway, I ended up running a big bet here because I'm kind of mentally ill. But yeah, I realized that was probably just a mistake. I'm still curious for other nodes for the sake. How much does my hand lose on the river for jamming? I decided to bet more here with a bad suit. It like seems to be pretty equal, but with the bad suit seems a little better. I decided to overbet turn as well. I think pot's also fine, simply because I didn't want to bet any king jack. So if you're not betting any king jack, I figured that overbet makes more sense than 75. Yeah, continuing pretty aggressively, and then on the river we hit a queen of diamonds. And obviously we check here because our jam is like break even, but apparently we have 3 big ones of checking EV because he's supposed to go check and like what we beat like jack 10 or what, like he's supposed to bluff 10x, but oh, is it because we chop with his queen jack? Or I mean, maybe checks a little ace 5. I mean, chopping with his, but I figured in practice in real life, when you bluff these hands, your opponent folds a lot of these king X hands. They just do not put you on bluffs because like who calls king 8 here, right? So in theory, you're supposed to bluff more of these like ace X region and then 5x region, which is obviously better on a non-queen. Like if the river was a 7, obviously I'm not gonna want to bluff queen jack anymore because he's pure folding queen jack. So it's just objectively horrible as a bluff, and I'm gonna bluff when we were at the 5 region. But when the queen comes in, I actually prefer the queen jack hand. It's a bluff because I block king queen, and I think this spot's overfolded, like drastically when the queen comes in because he has a lot less ace jack than me and stuff like this. Yeah, obviously technically an overbluff. I knew it was in game, but I see so many spots where I think like if I'm in the opponent's position, I just assume my opponent has no bluffs and I fold. Yeah, that's kind of usually. I'm probably revealing too much info here, but yeah, I would say this river for the price is extremely good. So yeah. I'm revealing too much on stream. This might be bad, but honestly, whatever. This, I think I just need to be better at. It's cutoff versus big blind, and I just need to just shove and accept that I might be coolered. I like the idea of turning my hand into a bluff though once I did call, because I felt like I had no bluffs anymore. When I called that huge of a raise, I figured my hand does become a bluff, but I think I should actually just, now that I look at it, probably just shove the flop. Because he went to like, what, R125 or what? It does like the jam with the heart for added EV. Did we have the heart? No. So we did call. And then when the ace comes in, because that's what happened, I figured like we just don't have that many bluffs. You like range checks. So I figured we could turn our hand into a bluff, but it doesn't like it because I guess it's giving me checking EV. But I don't really know what it's like. Do you think he ever check? I don't know what he does. I don't think so. I think he might have a set and he's fast playing. But I don't know what he really expects me to have. To be honest. What is he like in theory supposed to find as a check shove? Like he's supposed to just check shove king 9 off. I don't know, man. I don't think he can tell me what he had because I know he watches the stream, but I don't think he had that. Was it the guy? Yeah. And then here on the river, I decided to call my hand, but I think this guy's kind of a nit, so I just haven't played in a while. Not kind of a nit, but I think the spot's just probably too under bluff to ever justify calling here. I just figured the 10 was really good because like he probably just doesn't have too many bluffs with the 10 anymore. Like I thought his bluffs will be 4x and like random hands with 5-6 since he's still just like probably range betting the flop. Okay, I'm gonna review your hand in a sec, Kev. Let's just give him B20. I'm too lazy. I just rolled low, and I also just didn't like the backdoor flush draw suits to raise. I figured I just wanted a heart. It's kind of true. So we call. It's a double FD, right? Oh no. So anyway, on the turn here, did he go big as he should? He went 150. We'll give him 175. But I don't think we fold any king 10, right? Yeah, you don't fold any king 10. And then on the river, we get the king clubs. And he goes 2x pots. And king 10 is pretty good here to bluff catch. It's kind of one of those spots where you bluff catch absolutely everything. I was just thinking maybe in practice, like I basically don't have much 10-9 because it basically just all folds here. From his perspective, like he has so much more than me. Like I figured like he could jam all these hands. He ends up just having ace 10 for the nuts, which is kind of unfortunate, but I figured the 10 would be good, just in practically speaking, because it's pretty hard for him to have a bluff with the 10 of clubs, but it's pretty easy for him to have a lot of value with it, so that was my logic. Yeah, because like there's like only like 10-8 randomly, but it's pretty much no bluffs with the 10, but like lots of value with the 10. So yeah, so I just figured this is gonna be the best call. Sometimes like the solver's a little weird with king 10 because we have so much of it. If we start calling it pure, then in theory we open the door for him to start jamming thinner for value on us. So that's why the solver's not gonna pure call. Maybe we'll see this in the EV. Whereas you see king jack calls, but it loses more money. Yeah, I think that's kind of why. But yeah. Obviously, like we have queen 10 and king 10. I probably fold queen 10 on the turn a good amount though, in practice simply because obviously we block bluffs. All right, and now we're gonna review Kev's hand, and then we might watch some YouTube, and then we'll start up the thing. 100 big blind effective. UTG is unknown player. Let me set this. Unknown player opens to 3. I'm just gonna do 2. Sorry, we 3-bet to 10. Maybe that means something, but SME bet to 10 for the small blind. Like it. Only UTG calls. Perfect. We actually can do this. 7-6-2 with 2 spades. I'll just do it like this. I hope that's chill. I'm gonna give my spots. We see bet range 1/3. I think range 1/3 here is probably fine for your stake, to be honest. I think maybe you missed the board wide, but we can look at it together from your perspective. Obviously, big bet makes more sense because if you look, have your range, it's going to be more of an advantage here. We're going to node lock to range 1/3 and see how the strategy plays. It loses quite a bit, right? Like you see it loses a lot. But for what it's worth, actually your opponent doesn't even adjust. He has to call you a lot though. You can see how much your opponent actually is accounting for you calling. This is not happening in game. Like they're not calling king 10 of hearts in your here and stuff like this. So your range 1/3 is not as bad as it looks. But I would start, maybe as you play more, looking into learning how to play some of these big, better check boards. Mainly these boards only matter out of position. But we're going to give you the range 1/3. I don't know why I just changed it. I'll think about my opinion before the sim, actually. We see range 3 calls. Turn is a 4 of spades, completing the flush draw. We check any jams for 3x pot. I would just fold here. Maybe you have, like, obviously you said he's an unknown. His line is screaming recreational to me, so it is tempting to call with the queens. Also, if you have it versus an unknown, don't be afraid to just bet your hand big because you have it. So anyway, you check, and he goes all in. Let's see what the computer thinks. Yeah, it calls with the spade. Since you don't have the spade, I like folding. That's probably like as simple as you can keep it. You didn't have a spade, correct? Yeah, so I like your fold. Though I will say these like absurd lines. By the way, you're just gonna understand how to play them through reps. Like there's no like you don't need my opinion. Like once you're 100,000 in hands into playing, you're gonna be able to understand how to play these hands pretty easily. I would say like mainly you need to focus on like your overall just the stuff you do consistently if you're trying to get better at your game. But yeah, that's my advice for these hand histories because you're showing me hand histories that once you play enough, you're gonna be able to just get down like that. Like it's not gonna be so difficult for you because they're usually extreme examples, which I think you think are more complicated. But usually these hands are so rare that yeah, they can go either way. I did end up calling. He had ace queen no spade. Well, you see, you're just the goat. Good job. Honestly, maybe it was your intuition there because maybe you play it's such a random spot. It's gonna go one way or the other. Like he's either gonna have a lot of bluffs or he's gonna be fast playing some like pocket fours or something. So anyway, good job. Should we watch YouTube, guys? Should we play? What are we saying? Do we watch more Hungry Horse Poker or what? Yeah, there's a lot of spots in poker you have no idea. Oh yeah, I'm on multi-stream. I thought I wasn't for a sec. Do we watch YouTube or do we play? I guess I can open up Wizard, but I reviewed pretty much all the hands I wanted to for the day. I didn't go like deep into any hand, but I guess I could look at this one, but I don't think people really care for this. Thanks a lot, man. No problem. No problem. Thank you. I appreciate it. I hope I could help. This is my just timer because I do this, but should I end stream, 4 minutes, come back and play, or should we watch some Doom YouTube for a sec? For like 20 minutes. I'm thinking. I guess I don't have too many people here to watch the YouTube. So maybe I'll just play. Should probably open a wizard quick, actually. GTO wizard. I'll look at one more hand. Why not? Because I'm here and I'm actually kind of curious. Where was it? Damn, I actually had a lot of hands. What the heck? I had like a lot more hands, but I think you guys... Oh, actually, I need to review this one. Because I was just looking here, like, how often is he supposed to... This is just... How often is he supposed to... like trap ace queen here? I thought he should like never trap this hand. I'm pretty sure my hand is just a thin jam, but he just gets tricky. Queen 10 I think just calls. Yeah, no raises here. Jack of clubs. I thought like you don't have too many traps here because you don't need to protect a hand, but I guess he does find the trap with the ace queen. I believed my hand was okay, but maybe we did go too thin. I'll run it with the little line just to see if a river's a jam, even though it's like I'm kind of like more of a protection play, clearly. Yeah, it is a jam, clearly. But yeah, it does like checking turn. I just thought his checking range was weak and I was completely wrong. He found a low frequency ace queen check. I wonder if he rolls or what. Or if he was just playing tricky all day, to be honest. But yeah, so that's that. This one's really weird because, like, in practice, like, in theory, it never really plays out how it does in real life. Which is, like, your opponent's checking range in the turn here, like, most people just are not very accurate, right? Like, the odds he has ace queen is likely due to him checking it too much, right? Like, surely it's not usually due to, do you check king queen with the king clubs? Is that what you do? Or you check it with the, queen of... I guess you check it with, like, the... It's kind of odd, because you just randomly find the queen of clubs. I guess you like the queen of clubs, but you don't like it with the king of spades for some reason. That's quite odd. Quite odd heuristic, actually. Anyway, I guess I'll close this. Okay, guys, I'm gonna start playing. I would watch the YouTube, but I think people are not here, so we're gonna start playing.